Hey, what's up guys? I got a load of GTA 5 info for you guys today, and this is all regarding around the single player and how the single player is going to be working out and what's going to be going on with it. I know a lot of you guys have been foaming at the mouth for information regarding the GTA 5 single player, so have I, and I'm glad to be able to bring you guys this information, and there's a lot of it, so let's just get right into it. So, there's going to be 3 main protagonists to be played as, or main characters to play as, and you can switch between these main characters with the press of a button. And of course you're going to do that when you're not playing missions, because if you were able to switch between characters when playing missions, might be pretty cool to see from different point of views, because these 3 main characters came together to be able to do heists together. So they're basically like a team. Like if you guys ever watched the movie Heat, you know that those bank robbers that rob the banks in LA and stuff, they're a team. They work together, and that's how bank robberies work out best. Not saying that I know or anything like that, but you can be able to switch between these characters when you're not playing a mission, and you can also play the missions from their different perspectives. So you could play the mission once from character 1, and then you could play it again from character 2, and see it from his perspective. And each of these characters are going to have their own strength, and they're also going to have their own social life. They're going to have these people that their social lives revolve around. And the first character is named Michael, and he's a retired bank robber in his 40s. And his wife was a bit of a gold digger. She used up all his cash, so now he's been forced to be a bank robber again. He's been forced to come out of retirement and rob banks again in order to get that cash back. And his social life is going to be revolving around his wife, Amanda, and his son, Jimmy. So this is most likely that character that you've seen in the trailers, the guy that wears the nice fancy suits and everything like that. And you're probably going to have a wife living with you and your son living with you as well, depending on how old the son is. So that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. It's going to be kind of like one of those reality shows where there's always drama. I could really imagine that he's going to be arguing with his wife a lot, and probably his son a lot, because his wife is that gold digger type. And the second character is called Trevor. His name is Trevor, and he is Michael's friend. And he's been described as a drugged out psychopath. And he's a career criminal, and he just attracts violence. So this is going to be that character that you're going to want to go around and just shoot the shit with. You know, just start shooting up cops, shooting up everything, because that's basically just him in character. Michael, on the other hand, you're not going to want to go around and start shooting up cops, shooting up people, because he has a wife and kid. So they did each of these characters so that way you can play a different role with each of them, and that way you can switch between them easily, so that way if in case you don't want to be a nice guy anymore, you want to be a bad guy, in the blink of a second, in the blink of an eye, you could just switch to this bad guy and start being him. And Trevor's social life revolves around his paranoid conspiracy theorist friend named Ron. That is going to be an interesting relationship to see unfold, especially if you're going to be able to do side missions together. Because just think, what kind of missions are a drugged out psychopath and a paranoid conspiracy theorist going to be going on? You know, that can open up your imaginations to so many options, and I really do hope that Rockstar does put as much effort and work into that relationship, and I'm pretty sure that they're damn well going to do that to make it the most interesting and probably even funny relationship in the entire game. The third guy, his name is Franklin, and he works as a repo man, or a repossession man. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, it's basically this way. Let's say you buy a car, and the bank is basically, I think the bank gives you a loan for it, and you're not paying off the loan, or you're not making payments on the loan. The bank could come and repossess that car. And if you guys have ever watched that TV show Repossession Man, even though I think it's a bunch of BS, it pretty much gives you what repossessing a car is like in a nutshell. Not everybody is going to be happy to have their car taken away. You know, a lot of people use their car to go out, to go to work, to do things, to buy stuff. And if you take that away from them, you're taking out a huge part of their life, their car. So their way of transportation, you know, now they're going to have to switch to foot or public transportation, which is always a pain in the ass. And if you do that, the bad part of that person will come out. You know, while you're trying to take away his car, that person is going to turn into the Hulk. So it's going to be interesting to see if you can play the side missions and be that repo man that Franklin is supposed to be. And Franklin is in his mid-20s and has been described to have potential. So out of everybody in the group, he's the one that has the potential. You know, Michael's already in his 40s. He already has that wife and kid. Trevor's just a nuthead. And Franklin is the one that has that potential. And these 3 come together as a team to be able to do the heist. And Trevor is probably the one that just is in charge of shooting the cops, because I don't know what the hell I would put a drugged out psychopath in charge of besides doing that. Now, each of these characters can be customized with different clothing. However, unlike in San Andreas, where you could change their height and weight, you really couldn't change their height in San Andreas, but you could change their weight. You won't be able to customize their height or weight in GTA 5. So if you eat a lot, your character won't get fat, or if you don't eat and you just end up like Starvin' Marvin, your character won't get really skinny. And dating isn't an option. Like back in San Andreas, you were able to date. I remember the first character that you are able to date in San Andreas is called Denise, and she was kind of a nuthead. She liked doing drive-bys. I remember that. And in this one, you're not gonna be able to date anybody, which is kind of a letdown. I was hoping to see if you can make relationships and always have that crazy girlfriend that always likes to go around and do drive-bys and stuff like that. But dating is not going to be an option. But you are able to perform heists. You are able to check up on broken down cars, pick up hitchhikers, chase muggers, rob cash vans. These are just some of the options that are going to be available for you to do when you're not doing missions, of course. And the heists are mainly what the missions are surrounding. Like the story is mainly surrounding around these heists and everything like that. And they're probably going to add some twist into it so that way the story goes off in different directions as well. And GTA 5, in terms of the size of the world, it's going to be bigger than Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, and GTA San Andreas combined. There's going to be underwater areas, wildernesses, military bases, and those are just some of the areas, some of the locations that you're going to be able to explore. There's going to be bikes, cars, trucks, helicopters, planes, ATVs, jet skis. Those are just some of the vehicles that are going to be available for you to drive. You're going to be able to take part in yoga. You're going to be able to go jet skiing, base jumping, play tennis, and golf. Those are some of the activities that you're going to be able to do. So they're trying to make this game that game where it's like the interaction from San Andreas with the graphics from GTA 4 and make it so that they make it the best possible. And hopefully they do succeed in that. And there's even more details on top of this. And there aren't going to be any celebrity voice actors for not San Andreas. I think there was also celebrity voice actors in San Andreas, but I remember GTA 4, you had some celebrity voice actors. You had Cat Williams, who did the stand-up comedy and stuff like that. And there aren't going to be any celebrity voice actors this time around, which is a little bit of a letdown. But you know, I'm pretty sure the rest of the game is going to make up for that. That's not even going to be an issue at all. There's going to be an in-game economy, so that way you could spend your cash on it and earn cash on it, but you won't be able to purchase real estate. In GTA San Andreas, you were able to purchase houses and stuff like that, so that way you could save your game in different locations around the entire world. Driving has been improved to be more like racing games, where the cars have more physics to them and stick to the ground better, in terms of like the way it was in the previous GTAs, where it didn't really feel insanely realistic in terms of the physics that were behind the cars. Combat with shooting and melee have also been improved, and cell phones are going to be making a return. And for those of you guys who haven't seen that picture of the girl in the bikini who's showing off like the spring of 2013 release for GTA 5, you see that the phone she is holding in the game, if you look really close, it says the iFruit 5, which is obviously pretty much what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word and I just can't. Parody. That's the word that I'm looking for. It's pretty much a parody of the iPhone 5. So instead of the iPhone 5, you got the iFruit 5. So that's gonna be really funny to see how they make parodies of things in the games, because they always do that in GTA games. There's also gonna be character appearances from GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and The Lost and the Damned, which GTA 4 is the main game, and the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and the Damned are the episodes from Liberty City. But there aren't going to be any character appearances from older GTA games. And as far as the character appearances from GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and The Lost and the Damned, you're not going to see really important characters like Nico Bellic, but you will be seeing some characters that have been in those past games for character reappearances. And there's going to be a new trailer coming out on November 14th, so keep your eye out for that. I will be covering that trailer as well. I will be uploading it and talking about it on this channel, so be sure to subscribe for that if you haven't already. And that's all the GTA 5 news I got for you guys today. A lot of info released, and will continue to be released along with the trailer. for GTA 5. So if you guys want more information about GTA 5, be sure to click that subscribe button, click that like button if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, favorite it if you want to, and till next time, guys, be sure to like and share it as well. Click that share button, share it on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to. So that's all the GTA 5 news I got for you guys today. Till next time, peace.